Well, hello and welcome back to another exciting edition of Coffee with Stephen. So, this week's blog is entitled simply Viramontes. And as many of you know, the Supreme Court has granted certiorari in two separate cases and then joined them together, Viramontes as well as Grant. Now, the name will be Viramontes moving forward, and it is a challenge to per se restrictions or making it illegal per se to be in possession of an AR-15. Now, in both Illinois as well as Massachusetts, and a couple of other states as well, including Maryland and Virginia, it is illegal to physically be in possession of a so-called assault rifle. For the purposes of discussion, we'll just call that an AR-15, okay? But that would also include potentially an AK-47 and several other variants as well. In any event, the law was challenged and it's made its way up to the Supreme Court. Now, the issue on this case is going to be somewhat expansive because the question that is being presented is whether or not these weapons are in common use, and whether or not, because they're in common use, they are now afforded Second Amendment protections. Now, this would seem for most of us to be pretty obvious that the most widely owned sporting rifle in America would be in common use. But that is not how the various states see it. Quite the contrary. In the Heller decision back in 2008, Justice Antonin Scalia identified that weapons that are in common use for lawful purposes, such as self-defense, are by nature protected by the Second Amendment. The states have rejiggered this statement to say that the only lawful purpose is self-defense. There are no others. Target shooting, recreational shooting, having the weapon being used as artwork, while they're lawful purposes, they fall outside the core purpose. So the Supreme Court is taking up this case and most likely is going to probably reiterate and specify how the common use test should be applied. Now, this is actually quite important because this could have direct effects on things like magazine capacity, things like suppressors. It's a big deal. So we're going to be watching it. Anyways, please read the blog. It'll give you an understanding of what's getting ready to take place. And as always, train constantly, train consistently, train repetitively, and train with purpose. Above all else, stay safe.